My wife Ashley and I have been together for 10 years and married for 2. Just a few weeks ago, we bought our first home together. It's in a small inland town in North Carolina called Mill Haven. To avoid any problems, I won't give away more details than that. The house is on a quiet street with a wide property that backs right into a patch of woods. That was one of the biggest reasons we chose it. We'd been planning to adopt a dog and later down the line, raise kids here, so the thought of a big yard where they could all play felt perfect. We both work similar shifts. I'm usually home by 5, and Ashley gets in around 6. The first 2 nights in the house were uneventful. It was the weekend, so we spent nearly all of our time unpacking. It wasn't until Monday night that things started to go wrong. We had just gone to bed. The lights had been out for maybe 20 minutes when we both heard it. Music, blasting from outside. At first we thought it was one of the neighbors, but their houses are far enough away that we knew it couldn't be them. This was coming from our backyard. It wasn't modern music either. It sounded old, distorted, like something being played from a cracked record player. The windows were closed, but the sound still carried clearly through the glass. I opened the window, and it was even louder. An old tune, cheerful on the surface, but strangely unsettling in the middle of the night. Later, when I looked it up, I realized it was a song from the 1930s, the kind you might hear on a scratchy vinyl. I went downstairs and flicked the switches near the back door. One of them lit up the yard, but there was no one outside. I stepped into the grass, and it became clear. The music wasn't coming from the yard at all. It was coming from the woods. I stood there until the song ended, and then everything went silent. I convinced myself it was some kind of prank, kids trying to scare the new neighbors. But saying it out loud to Ashley only made me realize how strange that sounded. Why would anyone do that? We had just laid down in bed when the music returned, louder this time. The song was different too, a slow, lullaby-like tune. Both of us froze, staring at each other in disbelief. We had hoped it was a one-time thing. Now it was clear that it wasn't. When I looked out the window, I noticed something on the lawn. Not a person, an object. Against Ashley's insistence that we call the police right away, I told her I'd check it out first. I had this mindset that I needed to stand my ground to prove this was our home and that no one was going to intimidate us. As I got closer, I realized what it was. An old rusted radio, its speaker cracked, blasting that creepy song. I picked it up by the handle and held it up toward Ashley, who was watching from the window. I shouted that someone must have left it there to spook us. Her reaction wasn't what I expected. She started screaming at me to run inside. She kept screaming, desperate, "Run! Run now!" My heart dropped. I spun around, and that's when I saw them. 3 figures standing at the edge of the woods, each one spaced several feet apart, all facing me. They weren't moving, they weren't chasing me. They were just standing there, staring. I bolted back inside, slammed the door, and locked it. By the time I reached upstairs, Ashley was hysterical, already crying. I grabbed the phone and called the police. They arrived within minutes, though those minutes felt like hours. We explained everything as best we could. I showed them the radio, careful to tell them I had only touched the handle. They agreed to take it with them. The officers shined their flashlights along the tree line, lingering for a while, maybe as a warning in case whoever was out there was still watching. But they didn't find anyone. When the police left, Ashley and I felt just as exposed as before. The house was quiet again, but not comforting quiet. The kind of silence that makes you too afraid to sleep. Thankfully, whoever they were never came back, at least not yet. But that was only a few weeks ago. And every night since then, I can't help but listen for the faint sound of music, waiting for it to start again.